Hello everyone, my name is Alicia Jackson. I'm a licensed professional counselor, and today we are talking about the different areas of self-care, what it actually is. I think we have an idea of examples of it, but really what it encompasses, all of it. Again, these are non-negotiable needs. Non-negotiable needs, okay? That we need to do in order to take care of ourselves, for ourselves to feel like, ooh, we're good taken care of, where our needs are met, we're happy. So let's dig into it. Of course, before we do, subscribe to my channel, okay? For those who have not, be sure to like the video, comment below, of course, engage in the conversation, and again, subscribe to the channel. So that you can get all the alerts for when all the videos come on out. So just adjusting this so some of the glare doesn't come in, because I need my glasses. It's a part of my look, okay? All right. All right, so the first area of self-care is physical. Our physical needs. That's kind of like our basis of survival, right? We need shelter. We need regular medical care. We need to make sure we're making our doctor's appointments and then going to them. A lot of times that's very difficult because people are nervous about going to the doctor, because then the doctor might tell me something's wrong. And that can be an experience. It truly is. So I don't want to make light of that. It truly is an experience. And at the same time, we need to know what's going on so we can take care of ourselves and adjust, whether it's diet, whether it is, an operation, whatever procedure, so that we can take care of ourselves. Healthy eating. Harder than we think. Our society is definitely it's more convenient to eat unhealthy foods. Sugar is in everything, and we have been programmed to be addicted to sugar. Just that is a fact. In my world, that's a fact. And so we have to, and we know that sugar truly is one of the major components of disease. Cancer feeds off sugar, all the things. So don't want to go down that rabbit hole because I could stay there. But healthy eating and making sure that we're taking the time to plan our meals. So we don't plan our meals and we're just going to go off our cravings, and what we crave, it's going to be sugar or carbohydrate of some sort. Just telling you. Okay. And then exercise. Our bodies were meant to move. They just were. That's why we have muscles. So we need to move. We need to move. That is an actual need. We need physical touch. And that was something we really, experienced during the pandemic. Not being able to experience hugs. It was like, whew. It was such a truly thing, that limitation that we felt. We need physical touch, whether it's a hug, whether it's a handhold, whether it's a snuggle. We need that. It's a part of what we experienced as a baby, and we still need, even into our adulthood. We need sleep. This team knows sleep. I don't know what this team does. I don't know how they operate. I don't know who the coach is, who bought the team, who managing the team, but this team knows sleep. They are not okay. We need sleep. Our body restores itself. It heals itself. It helps even adolescents. It helps a part of their growth process to sleep. We need it. Sleep. So making sure that we are practicing good sleep hygiene, cutting off our cell phones, the blue lights, making sure we are cutting off our TV so that the melatonin can be produced in our system so that we can sleep, that we are having a regular circadian rhythm, that our sleep rhythm is not interrupted, so that body kind of knows that, oh, this is the time when we're about to go to sleep, isn't it? It kind of can predict we go to bed around 10 or 11 o'clock, okay, and it kind of sets its pace for that. And when we kind of go to sleep one day, and then 4 o'clock in the morning, it messes with our circadian rhythm. Okay, we need it. Taking time off. Our workaholics, our entrepreneurs, that's the buzz right now. Everybody needs a business, which is also not a fact. But That is what social media is trying to tell us, that we all need a business, which again, rabbit hole. We're not going to go there. But I will say, taking vacations, taking time off, that is a part of it. It's a part of your physical health. We need rest. We need rest. Rest is not for suckers. Rest is not, sleep when you're dead. You're going to get to the grave faster if you don't go to sleep. Go to sleep. Take a nap. Okay. All right. So the next need is our psychological needs. Our mind has needs. Did you know that? It does. Yes. So we need self-reflection. We talked about this last video. Self-reflection. And we talked really about self-awareness, which is a part of self-reflection. But self-reflection is a little different because we are thinking about what we're thinking. So we're attending to our thoughts, but thinking about what we're thinking and saying, is there some things that need to be adjusted? I noticed I'm thinking some like really negative things about myself. Maybe I need to work on that and reframe how I see myself, or how I see the world, how I see other people. A lot of times, it's just because how our brains are wired. Okay, we can receive 100 compliments and 1 criticism. Our brain is going to focus on the 1 criticism because our brains are like preventative, if that makes any sense. So criticism, let's be honest, hurts. Okay, and so our brain works to protects itself from pain. Okay, and so that criticism is like, you didn't like my tie-dye hoodie? Oh man, I liked it. I coordinated my earrings with the orange, like I worked. It was nice. You didn't like it. So now I'm overthinking like things that really, if I paid attention to the 100 compliments, then that 1 criticism, I could have either looked at it critically and said, okay, that's their person's opinion, and that's okay. They're allowed to have one. Or if it is something that I want to like really work on, take it in and take it in a centered way, and not in a way that is beating up on myself. Okay, so that's like reframing, and that's a lot of what we use in what's called cognitive behavioral therapy. So definitely, if that's something you're struggling in, therapy, of course, is a part of our psychological needs. A lot of the things that we do are behaviors that are kind of built up through our lives growing up, and then we use those same behaviors in adulthood and they don't work out very well. And so that's really how therapy can help us learn new behaviors and new ways of survival and taking care of ourselves. Journaling, of course, and any type of artistic expression can help the mind. Doing mindfulness practices, going to some like art, symphony, ballet can help your mind. Sitting in the sun. I live in Michigan and we don't get a lot of the sun. So when we get the sun, we go out into the sun. And so a part of that is truly one. Vitamin D, of course, we call it the happy vitamin. It helps reduce depressive symptoms, and it also feeds our mind. Yes, playing in the garden, being grounded, and of course, even joining a support group. You can never have enough support. Life is too hard. Okay, I need to speed up. All right, emotional. Allowing yourself to feel your feelings. Feel your feelings. We need to feel our feelings. They're truly a part of our human experience. A lot of times we're trying to distract ourselves from our feelings. Like, oh, let me just listen to some music. Let me talk to my friend. Let me just kind of block out these feelings, when our feelings are like kind of like knocking on the door and saying, hello, I'm not okay. Can you pay attention to me? And it's not to when they're saying, can you pay attention to me? It's like acknowledge the feelings and cope and find healthy ways to cope with them. A lot of our coping is distracting ourselves from them, and unfortunately that's time limited. Our bodies are not meant to hold feelings, hold emotions in. We have to get them out. We have to get them out. We're more of like a waterfall, you know, it just has to keep flowing, okay? And so a part of that waterfall is allowing ourselves to cry. Give yourself permission. Even though who am I, right? But if you need it, I'm giving you permission to cry. You will not be, well, you would be shocked to know how many people, when they come see me, apologize about crying. The first place you should be allowed to cry is in your therapy session. That's a safe space. You get to do pretty much, you know, in ethical standards, whatever you need to do in order to get this pain, you know, to process it and to let it flow out of you. Crying is a part of that. Giving yourself some compassion and loving on yourself. We all need it. And affirmations. Give yourself lots of affirmations. Cuddle with a pet. Meet up with a friend. Buy yourself a present, you know, within reason. We're not talking about like retail therapy where we're, you know, overdoing it. Okay. All right. We're getting there. I'm trying to speed up. Spiritual. We actually all have spiritual needs. Oh my goodness. Yes. We all have like this desire to believe in something. And I know this can be tricky because this world is a tricky place when it comes to spirituality. And so finding a way to connect to a spiritual community that you can identify with, embracing nature, meditation, seeking inspiration, finding a spiritual mentor, fostering self-forgiveness, allowing yourself to get off the hook. So many of us blame ourselves for stuff that's not even our fault. Sometimes I pause so that, you know, the thoughts can linger a little bit. But some of us blame ourselves for stuff that we didn't even have a choice in. We have a choice in it now, and we can choose to do better, yes. But it's not like all our fault all the time. So let yourself off the hook, okay? And then even volunteer. That can definitely help you give back, practice gratefulness, for sure. But yes, we all have spiritual needs. And so lean into them and find a way to practice them, okay? All right, so we have two more, shout two more, okay. I'm silly for those who are just watching this first video. If you watch some of my other ones, then you know already. All right, so personal areas of self-care. Learning who we are. That means we got to spend time with ourselves to learn who we are and observe who we are. Be self-aware, right? We talked about that last video. We have to know who we are to learn who we are and sit and look at us and like, who is Alicia? Who is that? Okay. Figure out what you want for your life, your goals, your short-term goals, your long-term goals. Because if you are reaching your purpose and your passion or using it, you're going to feel like unfulfilled, like you're kind of on this hamster wheel just spinning. You're not going to feel like you're actually doing what you were called or purposed to do. I know I'm using using some heavy words, but this is real. We are here for a purpose, and so we need to truly, and even if it's purpose aside, we still have areas in where we want to feel like we are doing well. And so if it's an academic goal, if it's a socialization goal, if it is a exercise goal, if it is a financial goal, we need to set them and work on them so that we can feel fulfilled in our lives, feel like we're moving in the right direction. Foster friendships, go out on dates, reduce or eliminate debt, right? Relax, spend time with family. And it doesn't have to be our biological family, because I know that sometimes can be a tricky space, but even the family that you chose, okay? Spending time with those who you love and trust. It's important. Our last area of self-care. Hey, I did it. It's professional. Professional area of self-care. So that means take time for lunch. Actually eat on your lunch. Don't plan something else on your lunch, like another meeting for something else or an appointment, but actually take time to eat your lunch. Enjoy your lunch. If you made it, especially if you made it, because then you can sit down and like, oh, look what I did for myself, and enjoy it. Like, this is me loving myself. Oh. Okay. Again, silly. Set boundaries at work, meaning leave work at work, mentally and even physically, like answering emails at home, things of that nature. I know that not every job allows you to do that, but if you have the choice to do that, do it. Leave work at work. Don't do work on your time off. If you're on vacation, you're on vacation. Get regular supervision. Meet with your boss. Get your support that you need. Hopefully that your supervisor is nice and supportive. And then if not, then hopefully you're in a space where you can advocate for yourself, or find a place that's a healthy work environment. Get support from your colleagues, your coworkers. Again, hopefully your workplace is not a toxic work environment, and you have supportive coworkers or a supportive team. Learn when to say no when you can. If you are given the option to say no, not all the time does our supervisor or boss give us an option. But if they do, and you feel yourself like, ooh, this is a lot, and you say, Alicia, we would like to give you this project, but we just want to check in with you to see if it's something you can handle. And your body's like, I can't. And say no. Take your vacation time and your PTO. It's there for a reason. These are the areas of self-care. Hopefully you've learned something about it, so you can truly see that it is more than just massages. Well, my massages are wonderful, and I advocate for everybody to have one at one point in their life, especially getting the knots out. Woo! But it is not all about self-care, because we have physical, psychological, emotional, spiritual, personal, and professional needs. That is all encompassing of self-care. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.